Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Todd, how are you doing today, sir?
I am doing amazingly well. How about yourself today, Aaron?
I'm doing great. My name's Aaron Montgomery, and you can find us up there at oursuccessgroup.com. And Todd, whoever already said, this is Todd Downing. So, Todd, doing great today. We are excited about this. Boy, this has been something that the feedback's been amazing already. I can't wait to share more about this. I can't wait to answer any questions that people have. So tell everybody what we're going to do here real quick, and then we'll see who's checking in and go from there.
Well, Aaron, one of the questions that we've got asked over the years is there a standalone program? Is there something that somebody can do without joining a membership to be able to help their business out? And, after some thinking and some ways that we have done the training, we thought, you know what? We can take our initial 5 keys, the one that jump-started our success group, and turn that into a standalone program. And that's what Aaron did. He, brainchild behind this, master of the keyboard, came through and put this amazing system together. And I can't wait to explain it to you. And that's what he's going to do a little later. But I'm going to walk you through why you should get this. And I think we can kind of do that here pretty quick.
All right. Sounds great. Well, let's definitely do that. We got people checking in. Also, real quick, just so everybody's clear before we get too deep into all of this, if you are already an Our Success Group member, this is part of being a member. So, if you're not there, this is a great place to start. But you know what? Maybe you're ready to really jump right in and go full force and get all of the training that we've ever done, plus the future stuff. You can sign up to be a member too, and you'll get this. So we went through it with the members last night, and boy, they were pretty darn excited about how this is going to help change their business. Even though they've seen the content, the way that it's laid out, I think this is really going to be great.
I think it's amazing, amazing, amazing. So I say, what do you say? We just get right to it?
Let's get right to it. I know we've got people checking in. We appreciate them being here, but let's get into this here, and then we'll come back. We'll get all the questions, all the comments, make sure that we take care of everybody. Kind of a little mini Q&A with T&A here, Todd and Aaron, right?
Yeah, it's been a while since we did that. A little Q&A with T&A on a Thursday. So
that's right. That's right. So we'll get into that later. But Todd, you've put together a really nice presentation for us here. So I will get out of your way and let you bring that in.
Absolutely. So here we go. It's the 5 keys to business success, growing and launching. All right. So as we get into this, let's just, take a look at some things. Here's the truth. Data shows that approximately 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years of being open, and then 45% during the first 5 years, and then 65% within the first 10 years. And only 25% of new businesses make it 15 years or more. So a lot of new business do not have a solid foundation to build their businesses on and fail. But why is that? They don't know what it costs them to operate their business. They don't know how to price their product for profit. They don't have systems in place to help with workflow and organization. And they don't know what to do after that sale is made. They also don't understand marketing. But that is not the end of the problem. It actually gets worse. Here's the real problem. If you don't know your numbers, how are you able to price correctly? If you can't price correctly, how can you make a profit? And worst of all, if you don't have a solid foundation to build your business on, you have a greater chance of failure. But luckily for you, there's now a solution. And we're introducing the 5 keys of business success, growing and launching. Now, 5 keys to launching, growing your business. You will learn how to figure out what it actually costs you to run your business per hour. You're going to learn how to price your products for profit quickly every time. You will be able to put systems in place to become more efficient, as every minute saved is going to be money earned. You will know what to do after the sale to stay front of mind with your customers. And you will know who your ideal customer is, so your marketing will become more effective than that typical spray and pray methods out there. So you'll be able to take the side hustle to the main gig quickly. You're going to know how to own and operate a successful and profitable business. You're going to know how to become the expert in your industry to your customers. You're going to know how to feel confident in your pricing and not worry about what other guys are charging. And you're going to know how to create those raving and loyal fans that will come back time and time again. Now, who are these people and how can they make these claims? Well, I'm Todd Downing, and right below me, that's Aaron Montgomery. And everybody here that's part of the OSG squad, that's an OSG community. We're here to help you. And here's why we can make these promises to you. These are the exact systems that we use daily for our businesses. Now, my business grew from an extra bedroom to an 8,500 square foot mall store within 3 years. Using this program, we're able to hit 6 figures in sales within 3 years. Aaron and I have been in this business for a combined 35 plus years. And we have current OSG members who are using this system and have tripled their business revenue since starting the program. But hey, just don't take my word for it. Take a look at this. Here's the proof. Talk to our current members who've been through the program. Ask them what they're thinking. Take a look at any successful business out there. I guarantee you they have a system in place. And look at how many new businesses are failing because they don't have a system in place. Now, success is easier than ever if you have the tools and know how to use them. The same principles that work for successful businesses can work for you if you know what they are and how to use them. Now, this program has step-by-step modules on how you can launch or grow your business. So Janessa is one of our members, and let's see what she had to say. If anyone is trying to decide if the right investment for them, I'm here to tell you, do it. Before the 5 keys, I was basically just guessing and trying to fumble my way through getting my business going. There is so much to learn when running a business, and the training was the difference between me giving up and being motivated to actually take the leap. I am forever grateful to the OSG and the community that has come of it. So here's exactly what you're going to get with the 5 keys to launching and growing your business. This experience includes 5 hours of training videos with 25 specific detailed modules. Now, there are 5 distinct keys with 26 homework assignments to help you take action and put this training to work in your business. Now, you're going to gain the confidence to grow and launch your business with guardrails to steer you away from disaster. You'll be able to do this online training at your own time, at your own pace. And all of this with email support with the less than 24-hour response times from a certified success principles coaching team. Now, you can get the 5 keys for only $497. But because we want to provide resources that empower business owners to achieve their ideas of success, we're going to drop that price from $497 for a limited time to just $197. But you must act now before it's too late. You only have until August 31st, 2021 to grab the special deal. So get on board with 5 keys, launching and growing your business now. So if you want to have a solid foundation to build your business for success, know what all your costs are to operate your business, and know how to price your products for profit every single time, all you need to do is go to OurSuccessGroup.com/5 keys to register right now. Now, put the 5 keys to launching and growing your business to the test. If the 5 keys to launching or growing your business doesn't show you exactly how to figure what your cost is to operate your business, if it doesn't take you by the hand, step by step to price your products for profit, or if it fails to give you that solid foundation to build your successful business upon, then we're going to give you a full refund, no questions asked. And that's it. That's the program. Now, Aaron's going to walk you through a little of what it looks like on the back side of it. So, Aaron, let's take a look at that and see what we have going on. Aaron, you have no sound.
Help if I turn the microphone on. There we go. Much better. All right. So we're gonna get into here. I want to show you guys, and so this is where it's at. This is where once you purchase this, or as I mentioned, if you're an Our Success Group member already, you have access to this. And this is how it works. So I want to show you all that, and then, like I said, we'll get into any questions that you have, answering why we did things the way they did it, what's inside of it, all sorts of different stuff. So whatever you guys have, get those questions ready, and we'll come back and get those here in just a moment. So Todd, let's see if that works. There we go. All right. Yep. So this is where it's at. In fact, let me take down that banner real quick here, get rid of that so you can see the whole thing. So after you've signed in, this is what you're going to see. And you'll see up here that there's a progress bar. I've already obviously been playing around in the test one here, so you can see it. Just a little intro saying what's coming up. And then you're going to get into the introduction. And you'll see here in the introduction that you got a video, and you just click play on the video right here, and away it goes. You'll hear that little song quite a bit as you go through this. You'll get to know and love it as much as I do. So Todd and I have just an intro about the whole thing, and again, kind of giving you what's going to happen. Once you've watched that, now you'll see here, in fact, you can see it right here, these modules are locked for me right now. The way we want you guys to be able to take this in, we know that it will work if you follow it step by step. If you're just jumping around in it, or you just watch the video, go to the next one, don't do the work that's involved, it's just not going to be as powerful for you. So we want you to get, we feel like an investment at $497, or right now at $197, that's nothing compared to what you can get out of your business if you follow these steps. But if you don't put this information to work, it's what I kind of refer to as shelf help. We all have a lot of shelf help, right? The book that we read, the information we watched, the YouTube video, the podcast we took in, all of this information that comes at us. But what makes it valuable is when we actually take action on it. We actually do something with that information. That's what makes it valuable. All that information you take in has no value to it until you actually do something with it. So we don't want this to be more shelf help for you. We want this to be something that's going to grow your business. So with that being said, you click into the modules here, and then as you'll see, as you go through them, that they're locked until you get to them. So you'll watch the module, and we get into this first module about knowing all of your costs, and we kind of explain why it's important, and each module's got its own topic and theme that you'll be able to see. And again, same thing. You can push play. You can watch it in full screen mode. You can go back and forth, get all that information. You can change the volume. We even played around yesterday. In fact, this will be fun. Let me see if I can get my mouse over there. There we go. Come on. Want to hear me at 2 times 2, or real slow? We'll go real slow first. How about that? Always fun. If I talk a little fast for you, that works. Or if you want me to be more
reduce or
chipmunk-like.
So knowing your shop rate, which
take it
will
all
show
in.
you how to calculate
Right?
inside
So,
module 3
anyhow,
of this key.
just is going to lots of fun stuff that you can do there with it. And so check all these videos. Each one of these videos, I think the shortest one's about 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. And then the longest one's only about 25 minutes, if I remember correctly. So we've really tried to take them down into just real bite-sized chunks, nothing longer than 30 minutes. And like I said, that one, the one that's the longest is where we go completely through the spreadsheet that you're going to get with this as well. We haven't even talked about that part yet, Todd. So you'll have that. Now, here's where that action comes in, right? You'll see this action step down here. Each one of these modules, has a very specific homework assignment action step that you have to do before you can move on to the next one. And what this does for you, this kind of cements the information for you. It allows you to, take in that information. And then, like I said, it's only valuable if you do something with it. So by doing this homework, you're at least doing something with that information, and it becomes part of your business, part of what you do. So each one of these will have its own homework assignment. You hit submit, and then you're on to the next module, right? So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. 5 keys here. Each of them have modules. And then we also have some extra resources available. And there is a frequently asked questions document here that when you click on this button, I don't think it's going to show up on this screen because it opens in a new tab for me, but I'll click on it anyways. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it. So, but basically, we've gathered all the questions that we've got through first go arounds of this. And as we get new questions, this document will be constantly updated with information. So that keeps you in the know, anything that's popped up. In fact, the last time we went through this live version of the 5 keys, we had some really great questions that are all part of that document. So even more information for you there. There is a little community in here where you can just share information and reply and stuff like that. And so as people get in there, you might find, we're inviting people to kind of put their aha moments or their thoughts or their ideas, or again, if you want to put some questions in there, we see all of that stuff as well. And, you can always email us at success@oursuccessgroup.com, OSG member or not, 5 keys member or not. You can email us anytime, and we're always happy to help as much as we can. But if you really want to dive into getting some help here, we do have a help desk that you can go to and submit a ticket, or you can contact us. There's even a way to schedule a Zoom call with us to find out if something's going to work for you or not. So those are some extra resources there. Then, which we didn't talk about a lot, Todd, you talked about the first key being know all your numbers. Well, to go along with that, you will get a spreadsheet. And in fact, you'll be able to make your own copy. So you're putting all of your own information in it. And that spreadsheet's got several different tabs on it, and they all work together. I recently did a presentation over at Condi, and everybody was asking me for the spreadsheet. And I said, well, that's part of the 5 keys. That's really one of the big pieces of it that we've spent 2 years developing. So we've spent the 2 years developing this spreadsheet into something that is useful, that you can take, put the information in, everything's calculated for you. We think we've got all the bugs worked out of it. And so it's all right there. You're just plugging in your information, and up comes data that you can use to then run your business. So that's part of it. There are different documents as far as like work orders or workflow processes. In fact, we even have that as a Google form that you can use, and some other things like that. So plenty of additional kind of tools and resources that get shared throughout the course of this training module as well. All right. So anything else, Todd, that you want me to go through or think that maybe I missed there?
Well, I think one thing that we should tell them too is through the questions as they come up, we'll continue to update these documents here. As information changes or if new questions are asked, we're going to make sure to put those in here. And you never know, we might throw a little few extras in here once in a while. And once you make this payment of $197, this is it. This is yours. There's no monthly fee. There's no extras. There's nothing more that we're going to say, oh, you need to pay this for that. No, this is the program you're going to get. We wanted you to be able to have everything at your fingertips to be able to have a successful business. And we really feel that with this program, you will become a successful business, no matter who you are. You just have to be the one to put in the time and effort to do this.
Yep, exactly. And Todd, just so everybody kind of understands too, like Todd said, you're going to get in this. This is yours. You can go at your own pace. We think that you're going to see some results pretty quickly. So my guess is your pace is going to be faster than you imagine. You're really going to build some foundational pieces for your business here really quickly. I mean, just in the first 2 keys alone, I honestly feel like we could offer the first 2 keys standalone on their own at the same price and still be giving the same value. But, we want to take it that extra step and build all those modules. Then what our belief is that you guys will get this information. Those of you that are already OSG members know this, but once you get this information, you're going to kind of see what we're all about, and you're going to want to join the membership, because that's when we then continue to go even deeper into the weeds and really cover, we've got a training coming up that was a suggestion from one of the OSG members coming up on August 11th, where Todd's going to break down the whole DTF system and processes and everything from the good, the bad, and the ugly. Give it all to you completely open and honestly. So you can make a decision if that's good for your business or not. So we get into lots of different stuff like that. If there's information our members want that we don't have readily accessible, or we don't feel like we can share something of value with you, we go out and we find an expert. we've had experts in. We've had Clay from Corel Trainer in teaching. We've had Eric Campbell in teaching, and Eric Campbell was not teaching digitizing this time. What people don't know about Eric is he's also multi-talented. He is an Amazon wizard. So he came in and talked to us about Amazon. We've had a Google Analytics guy in. We've had accounting people in. So our members get all of that stuff too. So I think that kind of, to me, Todd, is the progression. And then the people that are really ready to launch and put their business on like jet engine style, then they add on the Masters of Success, the masterminding on top of the membership. And it's amazing to watch how they've grown and evolved, because the Masters of Success hasn't even been going on for a full year yet. And the changes we've seen in people already is just incredible. The work that they're doing and the things that they're doing inside of that. So anyhow, I got way off target here, Todd. Back to the 5 keys. What's next?
So I think what's next is really, let's run through it again with what they're going to get. Well, here's what you're going to get. So here is what you are going to get with the 5 keys to launching and growing your business. Remember, this experience includes 5 hours of training videos with 25 specific detailed modules. And there's 5 distinct keys with 26 homework assignments to help you take action and put this training in work for your business. You'll gain the confidence to grow and launch your business with guardrails to steer you away from disaster and towards success. You will be able to do this online. So you'll be able to do it on your own time at your own pace. And all of this comes with support in less than 24 hours response times from a certified Success Principles training coach. With that, here, because we want to provide those resources and empower business owners to achieve their ideas of success, we're going to drop the price from $497 for a limited time to just $197. Hey, but like I said, you must act now before it's too late. You only have until August 31st, 2021 to grab the special deal. Once that date passes, it goes back up to its regular price. So get on board with 5 keys now, launching and growing your business. So if you want to have a solid foundation to build your successful business, know what your costs you to operate your business, and how to price your products for profit every single time, go to oursuccessgroup.com/5 keys right now. So like with that, if we can open it up for Q&A, we can open up for Q&A. If not, we can call it a great night, because I'm super excited to get people signed up for this, to get in there and help them develop their business. How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, I can't wait. We put a lot of effort into this, and so we're excited to see the transformation and the change. And if you guys have heard me talk before, one of the lines I love to use is a rising tide raises all ships. Mm-hmm. And I think this is a starting point, really, in a lot of cases. When we get everybody into a place where, like I said, I just recently did a kind of a pricing webinar, mm-hmm. And I was shocked by how much people are worried about the competitors undercharging and all of this stuff. And at the end of the day, it was just basically they didn't have a good foundation, so they're worried about what everybody else is doing. That's no way to run a business. It's your business. You worry about what your business is doing. Yes, I don't want you to bury your head in the sand and not know what's going on out there in the marketplace. But just because somebody else is selling, this is my analogy I love using is, just because somebody else is selling a plain white T-shirt for $5 doesn't mean that somebody else hasn't sold that same plain white T-shirt for $200 to $300.
Absolutely.
I can show you links to places where people are selling basically a plain white T-shirt for $280. Mm-hmm. So that to me is kind of the why we feel like this is so important and necessary. Is if we can give everybody this foundation to build from, then we get rid of that. Oh, they're undercharging the blah 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 blah. Who cares? You do you. Let's go out and be profitable. Have a great business that we love and enjoy each and every day. And I certainly feel like that'll make for a really fun industry to be a part of.
As do I. I think the group effort that we all get in on this, where we all want to help each other out, that's part of the OSG community. That's what we're here about. And this is one of the things that we've been asked about, because people just weren't sure, they've been a membership for this and a membership for that. And I want this, or what do I need to do? And we said, you know what? We can come up with something, just stand alone. Here you go. And like I said, it's just a one-time payment, $197, less than what your Epson printer is. And I guarantee this is going to bring you more money than that Epson printer. Why? Because you're going to know what it costs to run your business. I don't know how many times, Aaron, when we went through this the first time, that people were shocked when they saw that first number of, whoa, that's what it actually cost me to run my business.
Yep.
That's what I should be charging. And because they just didn't know, they didn't take into a lot of things, to account for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so to see that, just that right there, they said it's worth it in itself, because I had no idea.
Sure.
And then to be able to use that number to price for profit every time and quickly, the spreadsheet that you build is amazing for that, where you can price products super quick, and you know that there's a profit in them. And that's what we all want, is profit.
Exactly. It is kind of fun to watch. You know, like I said, at first people were a little bit horrified by some of the costs, but after we started digging into it further, it was like, oh, yep. Okay, now I got it. Yep, I can, maybe I got to raise my prices a little bit, but I can still be very competitive. I can still get the jobs that I want to get. I can start saying no to the, pardon my language, crap, right? It's not really bad language, but you know what I mean? Hey, you guys all have it, right? We've all had the job or the customer that we just don't want anymore. And when you're confident in what your numbers are, you can easily say, nope, sorry, can't do it for that. You want to come, if you want to pay double that price, we can do it. And when they go, no, I'm not, that's crazy. Okay. Here's that competitor that likes to undercharge, right? There you go. So pretty excited about it. Todd, real quick before we get to the Q&A part, and you guys what questions do you guys start getting those in there? This is the page. So this, when you go to oursuccessgroup.com/5 keys, this is the page you get to. And right here at the top, you've got some buttons here, but what we're right now is launching or growing. You'll see planning for success. That'll be coming in Q1 or Q2 of 2022. So you don't need to worry about that yet. If you want to go look at it, you can take a look. But you'll get down here, give the information, and then all you got to do is just click here. As soon as you click here, you're going to get access to that site that we just showed you, and you can start diving in right away. So I think that's about it, Todd. So let's see what we got here.
Absolutely. You pull those up. And like I said, this runs to the end of August. We didn't want to be, this limited time only. The reason we chose this time frame is that's the DAX shows. We said we're going to launch this for the DAX shows. We're going to put it out here. So I think the last one is that last weekend, the 27th, 28th, 31st of August. Good even time to run it out there. So now is the time to take advantage of it. If you have any questions, you can just always ask us. Ask the other members. Come join the group. Come, you ask. All of them are going to be open and honest and tell you what their thoughts and experiences are. We don't want to hide anything from you. We want you to be informed. We want you to be as informed as possible. Because without that, you just don't know. Knowledge is everything right now. Knowing how to use that knowledge is really going to help your business.
Exactly. And Todd, speaking about the fact that we said August 31st, because everybody said, you need to create that sense of urgency, get people to buy right now. You know what? There is a sense of urgency already built into this that it doesn't have anything to do with what the price is, because the sooner you do this, the quicker you can get this implemented, and the quicker you'll start actually earning a profit. And that's the sense of urgency right there, is that without a system like this, or a system that works for you, which we know that you can make this system work for you, we've proven it, that every day that goes by, you get deeper and deeper into that hole, or you get deeper and deeper into quote unquote bad habits or things that aren't working for you. And it gets harder and harder to get out of those things. So why not make that choice to start making those changes immediately? Again, just get in on that first 15-minute video, do some thought on it, set aside 30 minutes of time. That's all you need, 30 minutes a day, and you go through this thing, and pretty soon you're going to have a really great foundation. And then what I believe most people will do is then they'll go back through and do it again, and they'll go a little deeper, right? And sorry, I will be up on this soapbox for a long time if you guys let me, because I am super excited about this. It really fills a passion of mine, and really the reason that OSG is my business. Todd is still making it work on both ends. amazing that he can do that. But I decided I'm all in on this, and we're going to make this work. And I want to make this work for you guys. So
yeah. And I've had a couple people ask me, is this for me? Is this right for my business? And it doesn't matter what business you're in, this will work for you, because the principles for every business are the same. You need to know what it costs you to operate your business. You need to know how to price your products or your service for profit. I mean, that's the standard for any business. If you know those two things, you are already a leg up on a lot of competition. And through the DAX show, one of the questions that I asked people was like, hey, what's your overhead? And they had no clue. What are you doing looking at a $25,000 machine if you don't know what your overhead cost is? How are you going to pay for that? Do you know how to price? No. So, as being into a lot of these shows, you've seen where people have no problem selling you the equipment, but there's nothing on that back end to help you with your business. And that's where we come in, to help you make sure that you are on the correct path for success, knowing what your numbers are. What's it actually cost you to be open per hour? That's a big thing to know. Once you know that changes things, because now, hey, I can price for profit. It's none of these, hey, I've got this order, what would you charge? Who cares what anybody else would charge, because their numbers aren't your numbers. You were able to know what yours are, and you're able to see where I need to set pricing at to make the money that I want. It's great tools. I think this is one of the best things that's out there. It is the best thing that's out there, because there's nothing else like this out here to run you through this gamut of services that we're going to offer, from knowing your numbers, from pricing for profit, to putting systems in place to become more efficient, to knowing what to do after the sale, and then the basic understanding of marketing and finding your ideal customer. You put all this together, and hey, we're just lobbing you a softball, and it's up to you to hit it out of the park.
Totally. Nice. All right. Well, so Todd, real quick though, when you said, is this right for me? The story popped into my head. So can I rewind a little bit and go back to that and share my story here?
Absolutely.
You know me, I love my stories. I'm not quite as bad as Terry Combs yet, but I'll get there. Because you'll probably have heard all my stories at some point, Todd, and go, okay, I've heard it, Aaron, shut up. But so I actually had a chance to go to lunch with a friend of mine today, which was awesome to be able to actually go back out and have lunch with a friend. And he actually is a trainer at Edward Jones. He teaches financial advisors how to build their businesses. And so we went to lunch, and I was telling him about this 5 Keys program. And he was asking, okay, so this is just geared for people in the decorating industry, right? And I said, well, that's what we know, right? And so that's what we talk about. Well, he's like, well, tell me a little bit about it. Tell me what's in it. And so I laid all these things out that we just talked about here. And he's like, are you kidding me? I could use that right now to teach financial advisors how to better their business. He's like, and you could, he got so excited. I think he was ready to quit his job and go out and try to figure out how to sell 5 Keys. But so yes, is it right for you? I'd say yes.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is, when you start looking at your business as a business instead of a hobby, you need to get tools in place to help you stay successful. Because, hey, if you're losing $1 on every job, or every shirt you do, you think that, hey, I can sell it for $10 and I'm making $1. And that's not the case. And you are actually losing $1.
Yep.
How are you ever going to get anywhere? You're going to get so many orders coming in and keep falling farther and farther behind and not understand why. When you have this basic knowledge with you, then you can start seeing, aha, that makes sense.
Cool.
Now I know.
Yep.
This works for me now. And that's what we've seen. Like I said, we've seen people put the system in place, and they've tripled their business because they now know their numbers. They know what jobs to take and what jobs to turn around. They're like, hey, that's not profitable for me. It's not my cup of tea. They're not sold on, here's the new shiny object. I need this. Guess what? They're able to see, is that new shiny object worth doing? Is that new piece of equipment worth buying? Because in part of the spreadsheet is also planning for the future. So say you are at home, but you want to move out to a storefront. Guess what? We have a slot for you to put in what that storefront rent's going to be. So you can plan for it. So your numbers will cover it. You want to buy that piece of equipment? Hey, let's put that payment in here too. So that way we can see where we need to be able to afford that. A lot of people don't even think, hey, I've got this machine, but nothing's ever going to go wrong with the machine, right? They're good for 100 years. It's going to outlive me. It's not the case. Machines are going to need upgraded. Things are going to happen. We have a spot for you can set back for maintenance for it. There's all these little things in here that you don't think about when it comes to owning a business. We've tried to cover everything that we've had to deal with during this process. So that way we know, yep, this is one things that we've dealt with. And as things change, and if something else comes up, guess what? We'll go back and make that edit. So that way it still works for you. This is a living, breathing document that is always going to be there for you to make sure that you're on the correct path for success.
Yep. Just making a note here. All right. So Todd, let's get into the comments and questions here. And just, again, any questions you guys have, it can be about the 5 keys. It can be about anything. It can be about what Todd had for lunch today. I went to a place called Bar Louie and had a chicken sandwich. So we just get that out of the way. So whatever you've got, we're ready for you. So Todd, I'm just going to blow through from the top and work our way down.
Sounds great.
Chuck, good evening. Valerie, good afternoon. Jerry, hello. Pilar, thanks for being here. Richard, Alicia, thank you. Hello. Howdy, Renee. And Jerry, thanks for saying so. Appreciate that. Martha, Heidi, hello. Darren, great to see you at the DAX Kansas City show, sir. That was a lot of fun getting to catch up with you there for a moment.
Definitely wins best handshake. I'll give you that. I mean, he's got best hand. He has the best hand strength of anybody at the DAX show.
Yeah, I would go with that for sure. So, Darren, it was great to see you. Corey posted a couple of pictures. I've got a few more that we'll get out there. So it was great to see you guys out there. David, who was next door to us with CorelTrainer.com. Love having David here. Such a good friend of ours. And we love CorelTrainer.com too, by the way, just FYI. So if you guys want to go check them out, go talk to David. He'll take care of you. He says, education is key in this industry. If you don't want to be part of the 60% turnover rate, I would follow these guys' advice. Awesome people. Thank you.
And we're gonna put Corel Trainer to work because Corey, no experience with anything. She signed up for it. She's going to do it. So I can't wait to see the results of that.
Awesome. There you go. So Alicia said she was just watching last night. So last night we had a little preview with the members and went through it. So Alicia's watching that on her drive back home from ASI. She was up there in Chicago at the ASI show. So hopefully that trip is going well for you. All right. Let's see what else we got here, Todd. Ree, thank you for being here. Mo, good evening to you. Can we see the spreadsheet? Yeah, I think we can do that. Give me a second. Good question, Chuck. Todd, why don't you can you grab Matthew's comment there while I get the, yeah. Okay.
Matthew, so howdy. As pricing, I hate when I see people on Facebook Marketplace giving vinyl decals away. And I hate that too, but it doesn't bother me because, hey, that's them. If they don't know their numbers and they want to give their business away, more power to them. And I look at it as sometimes when I look at that pricing, hey, it's not bad because if they're doing a bulk order and they're doing a lot of them at a time, and maybe their pricing isn't too off. And so when you have these systems in place and you're able to go through these spreadsheets, you can see where can I actually sell something for to make money at. And sometimes it's a lot less than what you think it is, because one of the great things in ours is we make sure that if anything else, you're covering all of your overhead. And part of your overhead is the payment to yourself. So maybe their numbers will allow them to, but if not, guess what? When you sell, your numbers will. And Alicia is telling us that DAX Chicago is August 27th and 28th, and can't wait. We can't wait either. We've got Minnesota coming up on the 3rd and 4th, and then from there, DAX to finish off the end of the year, or at the end of the month in Tinley Park, the 27th and 28th. And when he's letting us know that the spreadsheet is a game changer, it really helps making bidding easy and tailored for your business. The spreadsheet alone is worth the price. So there's a member of ours in our Masters of Success group telling you that the spreadsheet alone is worth the price because it's only $197. This is going to change your business. And Darren said, thanks. And that's for the handshake. So here, we'll bring that up and see.
I've got it here. So let's put it up. We'll just run through it real quick. In fact, let me get the banner out of the way again. And so yeah, you can see across the bottom here, you've got some tabs. This is one, the kind of our working one. So that there's numbers and stuff in it. The one you get will be blank and ready for you to go and won't have the comments and different stuffs like that. But so first we start off. Now over here is the income. We haven't put anything in there. We added this part because you don't necessarily have to fill it out to make this work. But we've got it there just because there's a summary page and people were freaking out that, oh my God, I got all these expenses. And then I said, well, put in how much you're making. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm making money. So it just to make sure everybody's cool. But then we get into the wage calculation. You can add employees, things like that. How much are you paying people per week, plus paying yourself. Important. We talk a lot about that in the 5 Keys videos. So you'll hear a lot about that. We get into our expenses and just start plugging them in. You can plug them in across the board or plug in per month. So you kind of can also see those ebbs and flows. But we've got all of the different expense categories. I actually went to two different CPAs after we were done with that and said, hey, can you look at this and just make sure there's nothing that I'm missing or something that is not appropriate or whatnot. And they both confirmed that, yep, looks like you've got it all. So that was good. I was like, phew. First one was my dad, but the second one was an actual still practicing CPA. So cheers on that one, Todd. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And then you'll get our summary over here where you get into what your shop rate is. This is that number we were talking about that's super important. And then from there, we get into pricing our products and getting all the details in there and then figuring out what to price them at. Sorry, I'm dragging the wrong part there. So you can get all that. And we even look at freight out and delivered costs and stuff like that. And then finally, we have a way that then all that stuff kind of culminates and you can make, I don't know, Todd calls them price lists. I'm not a big fan of actual price lists, but I call them price guides where I have a place where I've got it all together. I can, I could print this off and give it to an employee and say, okay, you can go to here, but this is what we'd like to sell it for, kind of give them a range. Right. And
I don't care what you call it, as long as you use it, as long as you have this system in place, as long as you know that you're making profit. I don't care what you want to call it. The pricing messiah, the pricing wizard. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want you to have something in place so that you are profitable on every job. Yeah. Every job you need to be profitable on.
Yeah. The thing I'm not a fan of is publishing a price list that has 1 to 5, this, 5 to 10, this. I think unless all you're doing is screen printing and that actually really moves the needle for you, the whole price list with getting discounts for volume, I think is just outdated in our industry. So that's my only challenge there, Todd. We've been round and round on this, so that's okay. He's just smiling.
I'm just smiling because
I'm going to hear about it later.
And it works well.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, so that's that. What other questions you guys have? Like Todd said, if you guys don't have any questions, we're happy to jump on out of here, but hopefully that gave you a good rundown on the 5 keys. Like I said, anything else that is on your mind that you'd like to chat about or ask questions about, or ask questions about the 5 keys. We're happy to get more into that as well. So
yeah.
What else?
Like I said, we're doing this, this is what you're going to get, we are going to have this at $497. It is going to go up to $497 September 1st. So we're giving it to you for $197. I challenge you to find me a better program at the $497, because I surely know you're never going to find one at $197 as well. That's going to offer everything that we do. That is going to handhold you module through module and get you everything you need to be to become a successful business. So I would love to hear objections on why you should not get this, because for every objection you have, I will have a rebuttal on the reason you should have it. With having roughly 6 weeks to do it, I mean, let's do the math on that real quick. What's that? $35 a week? I mean, $35 a week between now and then. If we did everything correctly and you take this, you should be able to pay for this. If our numbers are right, that's going to equal out to about 10 hoodie sales, I would say. I'd say about 10 hoodie sales will pay for this in itself. So if you sell a dozen hoodies, just from what you learn from here, it pays for itself. And that's just me kind of throwing numbers off the top of my head because I haven't used the pricing sheet to see exactly where that is. But I know it's right about there. And I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, once you get through those first 2 modules, your business, even if you just stop right there and said, okay, I'm done. Yeah. I don't want to do the rest of this. You're going to know your overhead. You're going to be able to price your products for profit. Yeah. And right there in itself, that's setting you up. The other stuff, oh man, when you become more efficient at things, because as we showed, it was $119.99 per hour, which basically comes down to $2 a minute, right? That's $2 a minute to do a job. So if a job takes 10 minutes, that's going to cost $20. But if I can become efficient and I can get that job done in 8 minutes, well, hey, now that just saved me $2. Now add up those $2. Okay, so if that's going to save me, 2 minutes every hour, so that's that. It's going to save 2 times 12. Is that 12 minutes? Yeah, about 12 minutes there. So now we're at $24 an hour. That's going to save me. Now, if that saves me over a day of 8 hours, that's roughly $200. We just saved you. We just bought this course for you by saving you 2 minutes. I mean, come on.
That's awesome. This is why I love working with Todd. A, he's in the thick of it, right? And so he gets all of it. B, he can do that math on the fly. You lost me like way early on, but I totally caught up once you finally got to the end. So there you go. Save you $200 a day. The other part of that, Todd, that I don't want to leave off too is, at that 119 an hour, and again, your numbers will be, nothing says that your number should be that, or it should be lower than that, higher than that. We know people making plenty of money with a much larger number than that.
Absolutely.
Or people that are struggling with a much smaller number than that. So that's not the number is not what we're worried about. It's the fact that we know the number. And so then we know what we've got to do to get there. And then finally, this whole situation of, yes, you make it more efficient. So you shave that time off and you save that $200, but we're also going to look at how can we be more efficient with our expenses too, and what we're doing and that kind of thing. So we're going to shave off both sides of this with that. Plus we're going to work with you on retaining customers and making them become your sales team basically. And so that's going to save you money, plus generate more business for you.
Yep.
Doing repeat business with the same customers is always cheaper and less of a headache than always grinding for new customers. And then finally, we're going to help you make sure that your marketing is actually working for you. I put in the spray and pray marketing method, right? This means we just throw everything out there and pray to God somebody sees it. Well, if you don't know who your customer is, your customer is probably not going to see it. You're going to be paying for people that you don't really want to see it, right? So that's again, all of it comes down to building that foundation that's going to allow you to make more money faster from all different angles. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is we want you to have a system in place. With this, you are going to have a system in place. This is going to take care of everything from beginning to end. It's going to cover all of your bases. You should be able to go through this one without a shadow of a doubt, be confident in your business, knowing your numbers, pricing for profit, how to keep your customers. And I think one of the things that we didn't touch on a whole lot on the marketing side is knowing who your customer is. Because once you find your customer, that makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, Pilar said, I love how fast Todd does math in his head. Yeah, it scares the hell out of me, but I love it too. And so very good. And then this one made me giggle. Sorry, while you were talking. I didn't mean to giggle while you were talking, but Valerie said, absolutely a great program and worth every penny. And then anyone interested, please ignore my angry reaction that I accidentally hit and have no idea how to remove. I was looking at it. I was like going up there and I can see the reactions. And Valerie was angry. I'm like, oh, what do we do to anger Valerie? I love it. All right, Pilar, I need to run, but I want to say thanks for the great program and info. You're welcome. Thanks for being here, Pilar. Tell everybody you know.
Absolutely, everybody. And that's the great thing. If you are a member, or even if you're not, we also have an affiliate program. You can go to our site. You can check that out. 25%. Hey, we're offering that up to you because we know that this program is worth it and it can help anybody out. So definitely go over there. Check that out as well because, hey, guess what? You can get 8 people to sign up that pays for it. Just saying, it's
there
not difficult there.
I love it. Quick math again. And Martha said, no one said there'd be math. I hate math. So that's funny that you say that, Martha, because I hate math too. And I'm a data hipster, right? That's the fun part. And that's what this spreadsheet does. It takes the math out of it for you.
Yep.
I hate doing math too. So that's what the spreadsheet's for. I just plug in numbers and let it do the math.
Yeah. And that's the great thing is you don't have to know what the calculations are. It'll ask you questions. Here, what goes here? Okay, I put this in here. You're not sure? Most of the cells will have that little question mark up in the corner, that grayed out thing, and it'll tell you, hey, that's what this type of thing is about. This is what this is asking. So we tried to think of everything with this because we use this. This is what this will be used in our business every day. And he said it allowed us to grow from that spare bedroom to 8,500 square foot storefront. It allowed us to get 6 figures in sales within 3 years. So I'm living, breathing proof that this works. Because if it didn't work, wow, why would I be in this business?
Yeah.
These are things that we need to do to become more efficient. Because when we started out, there was no information. Everything was just kind of, you had to hope and pray that you were getting something right. There was nothing out there that was definitively, this is how you can do it and how you can be successful at it.
Yep.
So that's where we decided we can come up with this. Let us do it. So everybody who's on the fence, there's no reason. Come on over. The grass is definitely greener over here. By greener, I mean that puts more money in your pocket.
The wallet is much greener. I like that.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, Todd. Well, I'm not seeing any more questions or anything like that. So let's call it a day. We said 30 minutes. It ended up being 50. That's my fault, as usual. But I'm okay. We're sharing information. So as long as we're sharing information, we can go as long as we need. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, though, let me go ahead and put, if I can find it. I'm on the wrong page here. There it is. So if you guys do have any questions, want to reach out to us, that's our email address, success@oursuccessgroup.com. One more time, go to the link to sign up and purchase. I actually put it back in there correctly. And so you guys can go and check that out right there at oursuccessgroup.com/5keys. And like I said, the urgency is not, I mean, I guess there is some urgency that by August 31st, the price will go up. Yes, that's true. But the urgency is, let's get this program implemented into your business as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Make that your sense of urgency right there. So
absolutely. And then just to show one more time, hey, if this doesn't show you exactly how to figure out what your cost is to operate your business, if it doesn't take you by the hand, step by step, to price your products for profit, or if it fails to give you that solid foundation to build your successful business upon, then we're going to give you a full refund. No questions asked. Put in the work. If it doesn't work for you, we have no problem giving you your money back. So tell me, what do you have holding you back? What is the reason? I don't want to take money off your table if you really need it. I completely get that. But if you're in business and you want to continue to grow, this is something you must do. Not only to better yourself and your business, but your family. Everybody will gain from this. So come join us. OurSuccessGroup.com/5keys. We cannot wait for you to be a part of this family.
Awesome. All right, Todd. Well, thanks for all the information, and thank you guys for joining us. And we'll catch you guys very soon. Hopefully, we'll see a lot of you guys up in Minnesota, August 3rd and 4th. Or if you can't make it to Minnesota, if you can make it to Tinley Park in Chicago, what was that? 27th, 28th, 28th, 29th, something like that.
27th, 28th.
27th, 28th. We're excited to see you guys out there. Those of you guys that are our Success Group members already, make sure that you come by the booth. We have swag for you. We've got shirts for the OSG squad. So come by and get your shirt. And everybody else, we've got plenty of other swag and stuff too. And happy to chat with you about your business and see where we can help.
We sure do. We can't wait to see you.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And we will talk to you all soon.
See you guys.